welcome to another episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news, folks. It's our job to give you some interesting bits in world sports, entertainment, odd news, and what else we happen to stumble across in this hour-long podcast or show. I'm Rich Liebig.
And I'm Michael Costanzo.
And we're doing this podcast slightly earlier than usual because,
a little bit, yeah.
You know, programming note, 4th of July felt weird.
That damn holiday.
Yeah, I don't like it when there's not a designated day of the week for a holiday. It's tough.
Where it shifts from year to year.
Yeah, it throws things out of whack.
I like it because it's giving, I mean, I think pretty much everybody I know is taking that Friday off and just doing a 4-day weekend, which is the best way to do it.
Yeah. I think that's probably the smart way to play it.
I think every weekend should be a 4-day weekend. What do you think?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. What is work? Why do we have it?
Why stop at the 4-day work week?
Yeah.
3-day work week.
2-day work week.
1-day work week.
Yeah. Deal.
Let's do it.
I don't know what the hell.
We're solving all the problems.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why we're doing this one a little bit earlier in the week so that we get you guys an episode out this week. Maybe you're driving around. Maybe you're heading down to the shore, as we say here in Pennsylvania. I never realized that. We're the only state that says that. Down the shore.
That is a very Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Because
I don't know why we say down. Because we go over. Mostly.
Right. Yeah. They're down is
like
not
most of
correct.
Pennsylvania is going directly east. We're not. I mean, I go down because the beach that we go to is slightly further south. But
right.
Nobody's going down anywhere.
Yeah.
You go down.
I go down too because we go down to Rehoboth.
Right.
So technically that is correct. But it's just fun. It's one of those phrases I never thought about.
Do you say down the shore? I say down the shore.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense. When you break that sentence down, what does that even mean?
Yeah, I never thought about it until somebody pointed out we're the only area that says stuff like that.
I get in my head sometimes when I'm talking with colleagues who are out of state and I'm like, they don't know anything about what I'm saying. I'm like, I must sound like an idiot.
I felt like that when I had a job where I had to communicate with people. We had a duplicate office at this job that I worked at a couple of years ago where we had a duplicate office in Dallas.
Okay.
And
so that's completely different culture.
I felt sometimes I was like, am I even talking to humans?
You're I'm going to get a hoagie down the shore. They're like, what are you
hell?
doing?
Yeah. I had to tell them what a Zepp was, and they're like, what? Why would you even?
That is hyper specific, though.
Yeah. But
that's strictly Moscow.
But I even explained the concept of a Zepp sandwich.
Right.
You know, with the tomato salad and raw onions.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would you do that? I'm like, because it's delicious.
Thank you. Yeah.
Come on.
For those that don't know, a Zepp is just a singular type of lunch meat of your choice. Provolone cheese, thick slices of tomato and raw onions, and a bunch of oil.
Yeah,
and
or a
seasoning.
Tomato salad.
Or a tomato,
your traditional Italian tomato salad on the sandwich. Yeah, it's so good.
Which
lettuce.
non-Italians don't know what tomato salad is. You know that, right?
Yeah, which is
another thing.
Another thing, yeah. But
a caprese salad.
Very fancy.
Well, that's what non-Italians call it.
But no lettuce on a Zepp. There's no. You never put lettuce on a Zepp.
The way I describe it is it's a hoagie or a sub, if you will.
Or a hero.
Or a hero.
Another thing, yeah.
With bigger onions and no lettuce.
Yes, correct.
That's basically what you're dealing with.
Correct. Yes.
Anyway.
And we love our raw onions.
They're delicious. I love it.
We love the smell like raw onions, damn
Absolutely. Raw onions, olive oil, and garlic. That is the scent of southeastern Montgomery County.
Yes. Don't you dare take that away from us.
Sounds awful.
No, but it tastes so good.
I love when you bring me surprise Zeps every once in a while.
Yeah.
You're like, I was in the area. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
That's one of the first things I think about whenever I'm in Norristown and I have time.
Yeah.
It's like, can I get a Zep? Do I have the? And then
you pull up your calendar, you look at your watch. I got time for a Zep.
I can do it. Yeah. So it is one of the tastiest inventions in the area. That
was a wild tangent.
Yeah, very interesting. I was not planning on going off on a tangent like that. I just wanted to mention the fact initially that we're doing an earlier podcast than usual because we both are going to be doing stuff for the 4th of July.
Yep.
And as is tradition, we always like to let you know what's going on with the 4th of July. And we always like to play the memorable clip that Mike's dad, Frank Costanzo, left us during one episode of the Crispy Noodle podcast, where he randomly just he just bursted right through the door and grabbed your microphone, and he gave us a little
weird
soliloquy of what he was going to do for 4th of July. And in the middle of it, he said this iconic quote.
And I've been waiting all week to have a hot dog and a hamburger. No sausages. No sausages. No sausages. Sausages!
There you go. That's Frank Costanzo boiled down.
To this day, I think that happened like year 1.
Yeah, that was
like super early.
That was
on.
super early in our creation. Yeah.
To this day, I still have no idea what he was even talking about.
Yeah.
Like
he was very adamant that he wanted a hot dog and a hamburger.
But then he just shouts sausages.
Yeah, at the end of the clip.
So I have no idea.
No sausages. No sausages. No sausages. Sausages!
It's like he didn't want them, and then at the end he decided, no, maybe I do want them.
Yeah, maybe I should take a couple sausages. Why not?
See, it's even weirder because back in the day we used to do sausage and peppers. So we literally had sausage. I don't know what. That's what I mean. I don't know what he was talking about.
Maybe he was just so frustrated. Like, I've had enough sausages in my life.
We don't have sausage anymore. So now it's.
Well, then he was successful.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was a petition.
No sausages. No sausages. No sausages. Sausages!
If he
there you
was
go.
still on the podcast for this episode, we could ask him, but he refuses to come in anymore.
Yeah,
It's too old.
You gotta
Too old and too late.
look. The legend of Frank is you don't
lives on.
disturb.
Yeah.
He
let
tells
sleeping dogs lie.
He tells us when he wants to come on.
Right.
So we respect him for that. When he decides to barge through the door randomly one more time, then
Sometimes it
we'll
happens.
do it again.
Not tonight, though.
No. But that is the iconic clip from 4th of July many moons ago.
Yep.
I imagine, though, he's going to target the hot dogs and hamburgers, though, right?
He does. He will prowl around the grill waiting for... I'm not even kidding. He will literally, like, pretend like he's helping. He'll, like, hold something. And then, like, the first one comes off the grill, and he just, like, sneaks in and grabs one.
And I've been waiting all week to have a hot dog and a hamburger.
Yep. So
As he would say, hot, right off the grill.
hamburger, hot.
Right off the grill. That's what he wants, right off the grill. And he does. He, like, loiters and waits for that first one.
Here's something. So does your... I don't know if you know this. Does Frank love, like, super hot things? Like, when he has soup, it has to be boiling hot?
He does like...
my grandpop was like
He
that.
does like hot things.
My
And,
grandpop, he had a leather tongue. He would eat
like, he
things-
wanted it super hot.
Yeah. He would literally take, like, soup, like, to reheat in the microwave. He would put it on, like, something ridiculous, like 6 or 7 minutes or
Whoa,
something.
What's he trying to do? Start a nuclear reaction?
And he would just take it and start, like, chowing down. Like, he didn't wait. He didn't blow on it. No, he just spoon in, mouth, boom, start eating.
I feel like that's dangerous. That's like 3rd-degree burn territory.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
However long it took to make the soup boiling hot.
That's what he would do.
He would just take it out and just start.
Now, my dad does like hot food because he thinks cold food's going to make him sick. Which
Just in general?
just in general, like if we're like, oh, we're getting like salads from Panera, he's like, a salad? Really? He's like, it's not cooked. I'm like, well, yes.
Oh, well, don't take him to a sushi spot.
That's the
then.
point of a salad.
Make sure Frank avoids sushi. He's not going to like that.
No, he does. Yeah, he actually likes sushi. I don't understand him. He's
okay.
He's a unique. I've known him my whole life, and I still.
Yeah, he's your father.
I still don't get him. No, so yeah, he likes hot food, but microwaving. He has a weird thing where he puts it in for a minute. Tops. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a single bite of something, a single spoonful. It could be an entire frozen turkey, 1 minute. He's like, that's fine.
Frozen turkey.
He's like, all you need is a minute and you're good. I'm like, Dad, like he'll like reheat Chinese food. I'm like, Dad, you can still hear the individual kernels of rice. It's so cold. I'm like, you need to put it in there more.
Yeah.
He's like, no, a minute's fine. A minute's fine. So I don't know. He likes hot food, but then he also doesn't like hot food. It's very confusing.
The mysteries of Frank Costanzo.
He's an enigma wrapped in a conundrum.
No sausages. No sausages. No sausages. Sausages!
You think you'd hear all this talk about him and come in, but nope.
No,
he's
watching.
He's probably napping.
Yeah, he's either watching a show or napping. So
Yeah.
that's the legend, Frank Costanzo. We always bring him up around 4th of July because that clip was iconic.
Yeah.
But other than your dad's plans with the barbecue, do you have any interesting plans I know there's something you have to do because it is also your birthday.
It is.
You're
it is.
You're the best thing since the 4th of July, Mike.
It's true. It's true. I'm the belle of the ball.
Yay!
Yay!
That's right.
Yay! Yeah, no, so
Yay!
I don't know. I mean, yes, it is my birthday. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I wanted to go to I've never been to Shady Maple Smorgasbord.
Oh,
Out
on your
in Lancaster.
birthday.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you get it free.
Right.
Apparently. But
That's right.
I've never been, and people always talk about it like, oh my gosh, this amazing Dutch
Why not?
Pennsylvania
Yeah, go
Dutch
for it.
German buffet.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it sounds fantastic. So I think I want to do that. And then I don't know, probably just do nothing. Honestly, is like
But that's a
that
good
weekend.
that's a good call.
Yeah. I was thinking about going like checking out something in the city, doing like a museum or like a fancy restaurant or something. But I don't know.
No.
God, I feel so old.
No, I
and
like
boring.
I like your plan. No,
Do nothing?
Shady Maple, and then do nothing.
I do.
Which you're probably going to want to do after you eat at Shady Maple.
Yes.
That
Oh
makes
yeah.
sense.
That's the problem is that if you commit to doing that, I feel like that's your day.
You're gonna
Like-
get food drunk.
That sounds fantastic. As long as I don't have to. No, it's my birthday. I'm going to make somebody else drive.
Yeah.
I'm like you drive me.
Right.
Somebody out there
It is.
drive me.
It is the day of mine.
Yes. I got to get all the free birthday things. The free like Starbucks drink. Dunkin' Donuts gives you something. I think Wawa gives you something.
Yeah.
You have to have
If
all.
the apps.
Yeah, I have to like make sure I have all my apps and accounts lined up so I can just drive around from location to location.
I think there's your plan.
That's the plan.
like get.
I drive.
You're gonna,
I drive out west to Lancaster, and I work my way back, hitting all the free things.
Yeah. You hit all the spots and you go to Shady Maple and you come back.
And then when I get back here, they
Don't do
have to roll me out of the car.
Yeah, because you will be food drunk.
Oh yeah. What's the biggest number of freebies you've gotten on your birthday? And what's your favorite freebie? I'm not asking to be curious. I'm asking because I'm taking notes.
I remember there was one year I like tried to hit like all the free coffees I could get.
So Starbucks,
Yeah,
Dunkin',
Dunkin', Wawa.
Wawa does free coffee.
They do something.
Do
yeah.
I want free food from Wawa.
I don't know if they do free food.
They should do
let
it
let
for
me know how you do on Friday.
Yeah, I was just gonna go and be like, "Can I have free food instead of free coffee?"
Yeah, it's all on the app. It's
Yeah.
whatever they give you on the app. But I remember there was one year I tried to like get as many free coffees as I could.
How many did you get? Do you
I
remember?
think I got like 4. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So,
Let me know, guys out there, if there's any freebies that I should partake in.
but no, the Shady Maple one is a good
that
one.
one I got to do. That's been on my list for a while, and I've just never got around to it.
Yeah, and it's one of those. Shady Maple is like it's so massive. It's like you don't know. It's almost like it's too overwhelming. There's so many
Really?
things. Yeah, because they literally make like anything you can think of.
Wow,
It is crazy.
I've only heard good things about it.
Oh yeah, the food's great, but like it is a little overwhelming. 'cause
overwhelming?
It's like it's like 4 times the size of your house. Like it's crazy.
That's big.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So it is a lot of fun though, and get it for free. Why not? Perfect.
Yeah, man, that's the best part.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's what Mike's gonna do.
Yeah, and then what are you up to over the weekend?
Yep. We're doing a trip to Rehoboth, so we'll be away for this weekend.
Nice.
There was something I wanted to mention, and now I forgot off the top of my head. Oh well. It slipped my mind.
Oh no.
I am wearing a new Priest shirt. I just got this.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm supporting now Ghost and the spin-off band Priest.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
The spin-off band.
Yeah. So
What happens when they have a spin-off band? Are you gonna support them
Oh my
too,
gosh.
or
That-
like
yeah,
how
that-
many degrees of separation
right.
before it's
H-
too
how
many?
How many derivatives are we talking about here? And that's not the only spin-off band too. There's also Magna Carta Cartel.
And you do support them.
and I support them. Yeah. So yeah. At this rate, I should just move to Sweden.
Pretty much that's
I-
going to be your entire music library.
It's
It's
just
just Ghost
Sweden.
and the spin-offs.
Yeah, it's that and ABBA. There you go. I got all Sweden.
You always have to make some space for ABBA. There you
Yeah.
go.
So that's my whole Spotify library.
They're
right
going to
now.
think you're Swedish.
I probably could pass.
You could, if you went to visit Sweden, they probably would not be able, other than the clear American.
Yeah.
and
Other
English,
than the talking,
Yeah.
I just gotta keep my mouth shut,
That's impossible.
which is
for you.
impossible. So much for that. But anyway, there you go. What we've been up to this past week, and what we're gonna do this upcoming weekend, because it's gonna be the 4th of July. So hope you guys are enjoying your weekend as you guys listen to this podcast. Maybe you're listening to us on the go. So hope you guys are having a good holiday weekend. But there is some news that did happen, which is why we wanted to get a podcast out this week, some way, shape, or form, and pretty big news to cover. So let's launch into the first part of the show that goes over sports in the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports.
In your face. Ha ha.
That's right. Sports coming at you in your face. Let's do basketball news because basketball has hit its free agency period after the postseason finally came to an end. First thing that I want to mention was also there was the NBA draft, and the Lakers are trying to pull a Griffey Sr., Griffey Jr. moment in their own league as the Lakers drafted Bronny James, who many said was supposed to be undrafted.
Oh.
Yeah. In this NBA draft. The Lakers went out of their way to draft him in the second round, purely just to add the sweetener to a one-year deal with LeBron James to get him to come back for the 2024-2025 season. What do you make of this? Is this a fair ploy to do to try and entice a star back to your team for one more season? Just draft his son just so he can play with his son?
So
is it fair or foul? I don't know. I kind of...
I
need your guidance on this because I hate LeBron James and I don't know if this is my hatred for LeBron James or if this is actually kind of weird.
So you might be a little biased in this fact, but I'll give you a little bit of both sides actually because I'm torn on it honestly. So I think it's first off, I think there's probably something happening behind the scenes where LeBron James is like, if you draft my son, I will come back, because otherwise it's going to look really funny if they draft him and he's like, peace.
Yeah.
I'm going to, the Celtics or another.
I'm going to the
Celtics.
Clippers.
The Clippers,
that would be the most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah.
He has to face off against his son in his own division.
In-city, in-division rivalry.
Yeah.
But that being said, if there's no behind-the-scenes shenanigans, if they have the draft capital and it's not a quote-unquote wasted pick, like if they're already in a good position and this is just, the icing on the cherry on top, whatever the saying is, sure, why not? Maybe it's a little bit of a stretch. Teams stretch all the time for players, right? Now,
it was also a second-round pick. Nobody really cares about the second round.
They're not blowing a top three.
Yeah.
Now, here's the flip side. If they didn't have the draft capital, if they were in dire need of specific players or positions, and then they stretch, then that is just clear, I don't know, something's off there. So I guess my very political statement is that it's a little bit of both. It's both fair and foul. Lands right on the line, because it seems like they probably stretched a little bit, but probably not too much. So is it an emotional ploy? Yeah, sure. But if they already had a few pieces and they weren't desperately needing for anything, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I know you're still going to say that it's foul.
This whole thing just bothers me.
Why though? It doesn't matter.
It's just like...
But it doesn't matter. Here's the thing: they get LeBron James back for a year, then he goes and he retires anyway, and then they're stuck with this kid. So honestly, it hurts the Lakers more than anything. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, to me, that's kind of the point of this is that Bronny James, he was thank you
every
Windows.
time.
Thank you, Windows.
So I guess Windows agrees with Rich.
Yes. He was
2 versus 1 here.
He was supposed to be undrafted. He was not supposed to take up an actual draft pick.
Question though,
and
how far undrafted? Was he on the cusp,
probably,
or are they grabbing some Jim Bob off the street?
I mean, probably after the draft, he probably would have been signed as a two-way player without a rookie deal.
Okay,
but at the same time, I don't know if this is a good sign for him. And I don't know. I hate things that are overly nepo. It's just.
So okay. So I will say this: the fact that he was drafted because of name recognition, that's bothersome. But So, I don't care if he was drafted to try and lure him back like he's a prop, as bad as that sounds. What would bother me is if another team like went out of their way to draft him because just pure name recognition. Does that make sense? Because I'm willing to give a slight pass to the Lakers because their goal in drafting him is to lure LeBron back.
Yeah.
They're not drafting him because like, oh, he gets the Nepo baby pass. It's the opposite. They're using him as bait, which is almost opposite of Nepo baby. Because after LeBron retires, the kid's not gonna have any meaningful playing time.
Well, after LeBron James retires, if Bronny James can't contribute, he'll be cut.
Yeah. So really, as bad as it sounds, they're just using him. It's the opposite of Nepo baby favoritism.
How's it the opposite? I think it's this.
Because they're using him,
cut.
they're using him as a ploy, as bait.
But
as
it still remains the fact that he would not have been drafted with an actual draft pick if his name wasn't Bronny James.
Yeah, but I'm saying ultimately he's not getting. It's not like he's getting some illustrious career because of his name. He's just gonna be cut after the fact. They're gonna use him and toss him.
All right, we'll see. But
it's a weird situation.
It is.
I don't really care that much, so it doesn't bother. Honestly, I've forgotten all about LeBron James. He's not that he's a non-factor, but he's definitely on like the,
yeah, he's
the
only
down,
got
the downswing.
He probably only has one more real good season left.
Yeah,
yeah. I would imagine just the toll of him playing NBA
for like
this
20
long,
years. Yeah,
it's finally going to start to affect him.
Yeah.
And also, the Lakers are just a weirdly run team.
Don't let.
And wait, that's another thing too. I want to mention about this. The
What?
Lakers also just got rid of their head coach. So right now, going into the 2024-2025 season, the Lakers are just like blank. It's just like, here's your son. Here's JJ Redick, who never coached before. This guy was literally doing a podcast. Now he's going to be the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And also, we picked up your son. It's like LeBron James is like inadvertently the star player, the head coach, and the GM.
Firstly, don't diss on the podcast to head coach pipeline too much because that could be us.
Oh yeah, you're gonna head coach.
I'm gonna head coach. What's the sport I know the least about? Hockey.
No,
they don't even call them coaches, do they? They're managers.
You are gonna head coach.
What sport should I head coach?
It's gonna be football. But
okay.
You're going to get stuck on, like, the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, man. The hottest, dumbest location.
Yeah.
And I've already talked about how I don't like teams that claim an entire state, so that bugs me, too.
There you go, yeah.
That was the conversation from last week. Yeah.
We forgot about Arizona. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Arizona. So, but you Arizona.
They play in Phoenix. They should be the Phoenix
They should be
Cardinals.
the Phoenix Cardinals, which sounds weird. They should be the Phoenix Firebirds. That sounds cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Why did they pick Cardinals? Because they didn't start in Phoenix.
Right, they didn't start in.
They started in St. Louis, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Why did they pick the Cardinal?
Isn't that like the state bird or something?
That's a stupid bird. It's small. Okay, it's red. Ooh.
Just because you said that now, and because of your hatred for Kyler Murray, they're going to win the Super Bowl now.
Probably.
They are going to make it to it's going to be a repeat of the 1 year. It's going to be Cardinals, Eagles in the NFC Championship game, and the Cardinals are going to win. There you go.
Well, that means that the Steelers have to make it from the other side.
Just because of what you just said.
Probably.
And Kyler Murray's going to have a resurgence.
But doesn't that mean that the Steelers make it from the AFC?
Maybe, but I'm just worried about this side of them.
You're worried about, yeah.
I don't know. I just want to make you pissed off.
I like reverse cursed them. I blessed them.
Right, you blessed them. You I can't believe you did that, Mike.
I'm some dark priest.
Priest.
Oh, it all ties together.
T-shirt. Yeah, there you go.
But you know who else is tying things together?
What a transition.
That was a good one. The 76ers making some big plays for a big 3 in Philadelphia.
Let's get the real news.
Yeah, so get the re-signing out of the way. Re-signing young star guard Tyrese Maxey to a 5-year, $204 million max deal, locking down that young talent. Absolutely essential. But the cherry on top, to complete their very own big 3 along with Joel Embiid, they're signing free agent forward Paul George to a 4-year, $212 million max deal. Sounds good, but my concern is he's 34. Rich, tell me with your basketball knowledge, does this make sense?
Yes, it makes sense because remember I told you the 76ers have to make a decision of one of two decisions. It's either of one or two paths. It's either they have to go all in the immediate couple years because Joel Embiid at some point is going to regress.
Yeah.
He's 30 right now.
Big history of injuries.
He's coming off of the MVP year last season, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Still performing high, but at some point the regression's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you also have Tyrese Maxey, this phenom young talent that really seems to be the real deal, something that the Sixers haven't seen since Joel Embiid. So either the decision had to be either option A, try and angle yourself into a new big three with Maxey and Joel Embiid being 2 of the 3 and then finding a big-name free agent, or hitting the reset button, trading Joel Embiid, and building around Maxey. They went with option A, and grabbing Paul George in free agency is a very ambitious addition that complements the big 3. This is also great too in terms of the positions, because now we also have each level represented. Joel Embiid is your center, Maxey is your guard, and George is your forward. So on that wavelength, this works out as well. The only concern is just Paul George's age because he's 34. But I think the way that this is designed is for the Sixers to cash in for a championship either this year or next season.
Yeah, this is a win now move.
Right.
Like, you don't bring in a 34-year-old vet if you're not anticipating to make a serious push in the next year or 2.
Right.
Like, they're not like, oh, you know,
The window is, I think, 2 or 3 years. At the most, it's 3.
that's
lucky.
even 3 is stretching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say in
Really,
these first
it's-
2 years.
the next 2 years, the Sixers have to cash in on some
Because
sort of deep playoff run.
2 years, Paul George is 36 pushing 37. I don't care who you are, any sport, you're near the end of your career. You know, take it much further past that and it's going to be sloppy, it's going to be ugly. What they should have done maybe is drafted Bronny James and sign LeBron James and make a big 3.
No. That's it. I'm just leaving it no.
No. All right.
But, I think this is look, if you're going to choose option A from my 2 options, this is a great move to do if you're going to follow that strategy.
I just don't trust them at all. Like, I see this news and I'm like, that's fantastic, but like, how do you not suck though? Because
Yeah.
that's the big question. They always sign decent talent. They've had big 3s and they just continue to suck. Like, they haven't figured that part out yet. And I don't think getting a big 3 is going to overcome that hurdle. Maybe I'm just being like overly pessimistic and overly cynical, but you know, maybe Paul George does he bring kind of like a Jimmy Butler kind of attitude to the team? Like, does he have a winning attitude? Because they've had a losing attitude for so long.
Well, George, I don't know about a winning attitude. I think that's kind of a vague statement. But Paul George brings consistency. He's a consistent scorer. He's a threat to put points on the board. I mean, this is a legit playmaker.
Okay.
This isn't something to poo-poo at.
All right. Who was the last guy they just had?
Who, the Sixers?
Yeah. Their big signing. What was it, Harden?
James Harden. And then that didn't work. Trade him away.
He was supposed to be good.
Yeah. Although I never liked James Harden. James Harden always kind of
I'm just saying, it seems like the Sixers have a habit of bringing in big talent and they just like
fizzle.
immediately leave or fizzle. So
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned, but I don't know. I'll reserve judgment for the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Really, it's going to be
They'll make the playoffs.
Can George push this team past the second round?
Yeah.
That really is the line in
So
the sand.
if they make the conference championship and then lose, is that a success or is that
if it's the
technically, I guess?
if it's the first year, if in 2024-25 season they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, at least they made it a step further.
Okay.
But then I would say the second year they gotta
If it's not championship, then it's a failure.
they gotta try and make the championship at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also depends on how they lose. Like, was it a sweep or did it go a full 7 games and they got unlucky?
Okay, if they can make it to the conference finals and they go 6-7 games, I'll be like, okay, this move is panning out.
Yeah.
But if they flame out in the first or second round again,
Because here's the thing. With the Eastern Conference, there really is only the Celtics
It's also
and the
yeah.
Knicks.
Yeah.
Those are really the only powerhouses. Everybody
And,
else is,
and us.
everybody else is just kind of treading water.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have a pretty decent shot to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
What are the odds the Celtics come back, though, again?
Oh, well, they're right now. I mean, of course, right now, because
Right
they just
now,
won
yeah.
the championship. So they're the odds
Is
on
it
favorite.
doable? Is repeat championships doable?
Oh, yeah, in the NBA.
You
Absolutely.
think so? Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, you know,
Everybody's
the last time, the last team to do it is Golden
was
State.
it Golden? Yeah, it was a Golden.
Splash Brothers.
And that wasn't that long ago, was it?
Yeah, like the late 10s. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's like it does happen, but just because they won the championship this year doesn't mean that they're going to win next year either.
So there's a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with these moves. In a weak conference, power players here, really it's just the Celtics. To be honest with you, they're the only team I think that the Sixers would have trouble with in this conference. Even the Knicks don't really. The Knicks can be beaten. They have talent, especially from Villanova, which is why they've been called. I don't know if you saw it. They've been labeled as the Nova Knicks because they've been targeting Villanova players from Jay Wright. And,
I mean, that's smart.
yeah, I mean, right?
They have good teams.
Villanova, they won like 2 championships during that 5-year spread a couple years ago. Yeah, target those players. Why not?
Yeah, they're good.
But I still think they're beatable. The Celtics have actually like
They're legitimate.
superstar, home named, home brand talent. It's I think they're the
And
mountain to climb.
We saw the way they handled their playoffs.
Yeah, just brutal.
Yeah. It is a big hill to climb, but maybe this big 3 will help us get there. We will see. It is a long road ahead.
Yep. All right, and we can't get through sports without mentioning something football-y. So
Finally.
yeah, Mike is dying over there.
And this is a great topic. You'll like this topic because it involves the Dallas Cowboys sucking.
Yay! Good. That's what I want to hear.
I want me some glory hole.
Sign me up for some glory hole, Jerry.
I want me some glory hole.
Let me tell you, he's not going to get any glory hole because
I want me some glory hole.
they're having some trouble with their star players. So Dallas Cowboys star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb will request a trade if the team doesn't offer him a deal worth at least $32 million a year, with his goal being the second highest paid wide receiver in the NFL.
That was actual audio.
That was actual. Wow.
That was from Jerry Jones.
That was wow. His voice changed a lot.
Get the out of here!
So that was the official team response.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones sounds way more youthful.
That's what happens when you get him angry. He
Oh, yeah.
turns right into Nicki Minaj.
Eerily similar. They're so alike, the two of them. Almost indistinguishable.
Yep.
So I don't think CeeDee Lamb is wrong.
You're at the forefront of journalism here, by the way.
Just the tops, just the absolute tops. But to pull it back to the topic, I don't think CeeDee Lamb is wrong for wanting to be in that top 2 to 3 conversation. Statistically, he's right there.
Yeah. He is a top 5 wide receiver, and he deserves to get paid an elite contract.
And Dallas just isn't going to do it. I don't understand. We've been saying this for weeks. I don't understand why they refuse to make any moves. And I know last week we talked about, is it because they're waiting for the separate quarterback cap thing? But that's not going to take effect until next year at the very earliest, right?
I would imagine so.
So their plan is just let him ride. So CeeDee Lamb requests a trade maybe or sits out, right?
Yeah.
Because he can request all he wants. They don't have to grant him the ability to seek a trade. Dak Prescott's still unsigned.
Yep.
And Micah Parsons still unsigned.
Yep. 3 big heavy hitters that don't have contracts after this year.
Like,
this is so stupid.
It's so stupid. If you remove
and the longer you wait, the more expensive these players are going to be.
Right, because people just keep getting signed and driving up the cost. And it's just so bizarre to me because if you take any football fan and you remove fandom and bias from the equation and you're like, you're a GM and you have Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons, like those are the three guys you absolutely want on your team. Absolutely want to be locked down for the long term.
Unless you don't think that they're quality players.
At least two of them are top 3 at their position.
Yeah.
One of them is sniffing top 10.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't understand it.
It's bizarre. I love it, though. That's totally fine by me.
Can I also just add to the Cowboys hate here? Did you know
Yeah.
that Jerry Jones, I think he put 3 of his kids now on the executive board?
That makes total perfect sense.
Yeah, one of them's a COO, one of them's CFO, and another one is like vice president of marketing or something.
That's Nepo baby BS, not
Yeah.
Bronny James. That's insane.
They're both Nepo baby. Oh, by the way, I just got an official quote from the Dallas financial office.
I declare bankruptcy!
Yeah, that's the other thing. Dallas is acting like, we're such a struggling small team. We can't possibly pay these guys.
Yeah, when there's 31 other teams that have been able to, put together
Who are they?
roster.
Who are they even paying on that team?
Well, I guess it's because they're all in. Well, was it? Dak is in the final year of his contract.
Yeah, but didn't they just
CD?
let like 2 offensive linemen walk as well? Like, who are they actually paying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just cap mismanagement, like just to the worst possible extent. I don't know. I know they're paying Zeke twice.
So yeah, Zeke's getting paid twice.
I don't know.
Yeah, they cut him and then they re-signed. They cut him. He went to the Patriots and then they re-signed him this year. So that's 2 contracts they have to pay for Zeke.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
It's fine though. I don't mind. They can keep. I hope CeeDee Lamb sits out or gets traded as long as he leaves the division.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Because that guarantees us 2 wins.
I'll tell you what. I think I texted you about this.
The odds.
The odds.
Yeah.
Vegas had the win totals set at 10.5 for both the Eagles and the Cowboys this year.
Yeah.
The odds on the Eagles achieving more than 10.5 have become more even with the under.
Right.
So that means there's more likelihood that, or at least from sports bettors, there's more likelihood that the Eagles are supposed to go over 10.5. Whereas on the other side, for Dallas, the odds have gotten far worse, worse in terms of payout.
Right.
For the under on 10.5 for Dallas. So that means bettors think that Dallas is going to be under 10.5.
Right. And you've always said that you projected them to go under 10.
Yeah. I mean,
you thought there was a better chance that
right.
they would go.
A couple weeks ago, we did our initial predictions, our win-loss predictions.
Yeah.
And I said probably the Eagles are around 10, 11 wins, which the 10.5 mark is right on point. I wouldn't place a bet on that. But Dallas being at 10.5, I don't agree with. I would definitely take the under, and I guess other sports bettors are agreeing with me.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, their 3 biggest stars are giant question marks.
Yep.
So, and the bettors or the bookies are taking note of that.
Yep.
Because here you go, CeeDee Lamb could leave. If he leaves, what does Micah Parsons do? You know?
Does he wait, so here's something else, too. If one of the 3 does get traded, does that mean the other 2 finally get paid? Maybe that helps.
I mean, is that maybe in a weird way that's what they're trying to do? They're trying to see who the most loyal player is.
That sounds like a Jerry Jones Cowboy BS move.
Just saying that made me feel nasty.
By the way, I have another special comment from Jerry Jones here.
I'm a special kind of white guy.
He absolutely would say that.
That just came in.
Breaking news.
I'm a special kind of white guy.
Don't you love these exclusive clips we're coming up with?
I don't know how we keep landing these exclusive interviews, sound bites. I don't know.
Yes.
He's sending them directly to Rich. I don't know why he's doing that or how, but yeah, he's sending them directly to him.
Yes, very, very exclusive.
Yeah. This is the only podcast where you get something like that.
Yeah. So there you go. Football news there to appease Mike. And with that, you know what? I think we need to start wrapping up this sports sampler. Because we got to get to other portions of the show. Sorry, Mike. I know we don't spend a lot of time on football, but
my day will come.
Yeah, it's coming
soon
up.
enough. I think we only got like a month left before the preseason.
Yeah, who was it? It was either your mom or your dad was asking when does football start.
Yeah, it's like right here.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And golf, we only have one major left.
Pretty soon, football will be the only sport again, and all will be right in the world.
There you go. That's Mikey's opinion of the sports year. But with us, we got to wrap it up there for the sports sampler. But don't go anywhere because we still got the entertainment entree and the non-fortune cookie odd news still to come. We'll be right back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
We've only got one cup.
Ta-ta and farewell.
Just get him in the car.
One cup, look. They even broke.
Yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We are done the sports sampler, and we have time to move right into some entertainment talk and non-fortune cookie odd news in just a bit. But for right now, let's launch into the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You're the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
All right, entertainment entree time. Oh,
wow.
There was a there we go. There was a flute. Boy, we're getting a lot of information from the soundboard today.
Oh yeah,
flutes and exclusive sound clips. All right, well, because it's 4th of July coming up, we're not. There's not really a This Week in Entertainment, right?
There was nothing.
Yeah, so
I mean,
just enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe catch up on something. Maybe if there's something that you missed out on.
Absolutely.
I feel I'm behind on everything. I'm trying to catch up on The Boys, The Acolyte.
Have you
I'm
started
behind.
The Acolyte yet?
No, I'm behind on like everything.
Richard.
I know. I've just Baldur's Gate has taken up so much of my life.
You've made good progress on it, though.
I am. I'm in Act 3 already.
Man, I'm jealous. I still can't get past Act 2. But that's a different topic for a different time.
Yep. There is another TV show to get excited about that we both love that is near and dear to our hearts. That is because today the Cobra Kai Season 6 trailer came out. And it is as ridiculous as ever before. This series is just trying to amp up the 80s like fandom crazy storyline as much as it can, and I'm loving it. But I sense you're not. I sense you're having a weird feeling that this is kind of overstayed its welcome.
So I love Cobra Kai, which is weird because I'm not a huge fan of the Karate Kid. Like, I've seen the first movie. I think technically I've seen the second movie. Not that I can remember any of it.
Did you? Do you know for sure?
I don't actually know. I don't remember.
What do you think the second movie is about?
He goes to Japan.
Okay,
for some reason.
That is the second movie.
There was like a fight to the death?
Yes.
For some reason? With Chosen.
Right.
Oh, that's right. That's the guy who now is his friend.
Right.
Who almost died at the end of season 5. So this is my thing.
Should we do spoilers? I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
Whoops. Spoiler alert.
It's a spoiler. Woo, it's a spoiler. Don't listen. Go away.
Sorry if you're not up to date on Cobra Kai.
So, yeah, sorry. So, by no stretch of the imagination is Cobra Kai quality writing or TV. I just want to get that out of the way right now. I love every single second of it, though. I'm
going to push back on you.
It is no. It is peak stupid.
I want to tell you something right now.
What?
Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Especially up until season 3. I think that's the one where they have the weird. They have the one where his son joins Kreese and
which is the season where
I think that's 3
where they break into the house and they have an entire karate fight party.
I think that's also 3.
Yeah, peak stupid.
No, I'm going to say something here.
Okay,
and I think I said it before on the podcast. Season 3, where they did the switch, where Johnny's kid, I forget his name already now. Now I'm blanking on his name.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah,
he's like knockoff Sean Hunter,
right?
From Boy Meets World.
Yes, that's a fair assessment. Yes,
he's knockoff Sean Hunter.
He switches sides and joins Kreese.
Yeah,
instead of his father.
Right.
All of that is actually Star Wars better than Disney. What Disney did with the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
it
no,
boggles
you did
my
say that,
mind that Disney could not come up with a storyline as similar to that, we ended up with the sequel trilogy. That storyline where he has to battle the demons between, do I go with my dad? Do I go with Mr. LaRusso, who trained me in karate? What should I do? What should I do? And then the evil presence of Kreese comes into the fold and allures him to go evil. Why was that not the formula in the sequel trilogy? That alone would have made the sequel trilogy 10 times better than the crap that they put out.
You're right in that regard.
Before you say that this does not have good writing, it actually does. Now, I will say the last couple of seasons have been ridiculous, but that's because they're kind of playing into the whole 80s sequel mantra that every sequel gets more and more outrageous. So I will give you that, but there is quality in there.
Let me clarify my statements. You are correct in saying that it tells a fun story, right? Like, it's not critically, it's not doing anything otherworldly. But what it does do, it stays in its lane and it does its shtick really well.
Yes.
So even though, and this was my point, even though it is peak stupid, I am there for every single second of it. I love it. I really do love Cobra Kai because it owns the stupid. Like, the last season, there's like a whole, they like break into a house and they're having like an actual sword fight and like people are like dying and like the entire well-being of this like this valley community is hanging in the balance of like two rogue groups of karate kids. Like, it's absolutely balls to the walls insane. Doesn't make a lick of sense, but I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, you got it. You can do it. I'm like, I'm right there on the edge of my... It works for some reason. And season 6, it looks like it's taking that, and it's just the dial. I don't know how many times they've turned it, but it's like gone all the way around multiple times because now it's a whole global affair.
Yeah.
Like, Kreese broke out of jail, and he's like in Japan now.
He's a fugitive?
He's like a fugitive on the run across. He fled the country.
Yes.
That's got to be multiple felonies. He's like an international criminal now. So now what? LaRusso and whatever his name is, Johnny Hawk Eagle Man, he's going to go...
Johnny Lawrence.
They're going to go and what? Hunt him down? Go and do the karate tournament? But then through some weird circumstance, they're like going to bring him to justice and like what? Interpol's going to come in?
Yes, Interpol.
like I don't... Like, do you see where I'm getting here where it's peak stupid, but like you're ready for it?
Yes.
Like everything I just said, it's dumb. It's dumb, but I love it.
Oh, by the way, his son is Robbie. It just hit
Robbie,
me.
there
you go. It came to me.
But like I'm ready for Interpol.
Right. But also in that, so we're the whole point of this is the trailer.
We're supposed to be talking about the trailer, yeah.
The trailer came out. Did you see in the trailer that there's like a bit where Sam says something? Sam or
are you talking about?
No, Miguel. Miguel says
Okay.
something like, you know, we're supposed to be on the same team, but if I want to prove that I'm the best in the world, I have to take Robbie down. Like,
Yeah.
wait, what? So
I don't understand the
gonna-
show anymore.
They're gonna force a fight between those two, even though they reconciled.
Well, that was the other thing. They also teased the fact that the two girl karate kids are gonna be still beefing.
Well, that makes sense. They never really rectified.
I guess,
They
but they're on
never-
the same team though.
Supposedly.
This is the part where you had alluded to the fact that I'm not quite on board. Like, I think maybe it's getting a tiny bit long in the tooth. There's only so many times they can recycle these storylines. And like in season 3, they did a good job of like, oh, now he's on the other team. But there's only so many times you'd be like, oh, now he's on the other team. Oh, now he's on the other team. And now he's on this other team. Now
Well,
they're on the same team.
That's why it's the last season.
Yeah. I think, between the actors getting very old
Yeah.
and the fact that they've done the storyline for 6 times now,
Yes.
I'm still excited, though.
Yeah.
Even though I can feel it waning a bit, I think they're exiting at the right time. Because I think if they continued it any further, it would get past the point where it's fun, peak dumb, and just become dumb.
Right. And
nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Ooh, not even my...
He's giving him agita. Look at that.
Not even my digestive system wants that. Ooh.
Just the thought of it. He's like, oh, no.
Oh, boy.
No, but it does look like it's still going to be that, like, very, like, just, like you said, 80s action, like, family-friendly, fun, like, very, like, surface level. Like, I'm there for it.
Yep.
I think that's what we all need, especially in the summer months, you know?
Yep. Although I don't like this whole thing where they're going to release it in 3 different parts.
That I don't understand either. Like,
I
what,
really-
is
I think
what does that
it's-
mean? Like, what are they going to release later this month?
I think it's just to keep people subscribed to Netflix. I think that's the only reason.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I literally had this discussion with somebody about how we were like, oh, let's just get Peacock for like 1 week to watch the Olympics and watch Twisted Metal and then cancel the subscription. And that's exactly what they're trying to prevent people doing.
Yep.
You're absolutely right.
Yep.
So what is going to be released later this month? Is it like
5 episodes
out of
15?
Oh my God, that's so frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. So unfortunately, that's the decision Netflix has made with the episodes.
I feel like we're going to see that more frequently.
Yeah.
Especially with these big shows like Stranger Things is going to do that too, probably.
All right. And one last thing to mention at the end of the trailer, Daniel pulls some sort of trap door beneath the
How did
dojo.
you never notice that though?
Yeah.
He's been in that dojo
For his whole life.
His whole life, both with Miyagi and without Miyagi.
And
then also he took it over, had classes there, and how many times has it been broken into and ransacked, and he had to clean it up? Like every
that's
single
right.
How does he not? Oh, a mysterious door. It didn't look that mysterious.
Yeah.
It was just there.
Right. I don't know if Chosen shows him this or something, but there is some sort of hidden compartment in the Miyagi-Do dojo.
So what is that?
And they open up, and that's it. It cuts the black in the trailer.
Is there
so
anything
is there...
in the larger Karate Kid expanded universe?
So the only thing I can think of,
Okay.
and this would be really ridiculous.
Is Miyagi hiding down there?
Yes, he comes back to life. Scroll of was it
Revivify.
Revivify? Yes.
There you go.
Bring him back. Now CGI. There you go. He's going to be CGI'd back into the Karate
It's a
Kid.
Force ghost.
Yeah. No. They've brought back characters from the first 2 Karate Kid movies, right?
Right.
Then the last 2 seasons, they brought back characters from the 3rd Karate Kid movie.
Is this going to be a character from the Will Smith's Kid Karate movie?
No. How about the one from the next Karate Kid?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone forgot about that one where they did a spin-off with oh, now I forgot her name now off the top of my head. It just left me. What's her name?
Another Karate Kid.
Yes. But it's called The Next Karate Kid.
I don't know that.
Why can't I remember her name now? Oh, that's bothering me. I see her face. Please Google it. Oh my God, that's bothering me. It's gonna give me agita.
Oh my God, he's freaking out.
Why can I not remember her name? I see her.
See here.
Mike, help me!
I'm following Karate Kid Part 3. It stars Hilary Swank. She's as Julie Pierce.
Right, but that had Mr. Miyagi in it.
Who? So she's just another Karate Kid.
She's another Karate Kid that
is she hiding down there?
Yes. No.
I want there to be somebody living in the walls, okay?
Yes, she's been hiding there the whole time.
The whole time.
She just pops out with a microphone. I've been here the whole time.
So you think it's going to be something tied into that? But like
that would be
why?
To me, that would be the next phase to incorporate in this ridiculous series. If we are going to crank the ridiculousness up to 11,
which they are, they discovered a cobweb-riddled secret chamber. Like
that would be the next thing to tie in.
But what could possibly be hidden there?
Maybe just like her pictures or her journal or her.
That's creepy. Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, Dinosaur. I really liked her. I wasn't thinking on those lines.
You just turned something family friendly into something awful.
Oh, Dinosaur. She was really nice. You should you get that creepy like voiceover.
Yeah.
Oh, Dino-san, you were not the only one. I had others.
That sounds really bad. You may have been my first, but you
were not my last, Daniel-san.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
So maybe
I wasn't thinking on those lines.
No, you weren't.
But
it could. I mean, that makes.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
God damn it, Mike. I wasn't trying to go that route. I think that if there's another avenue to tie everything in the universes together, I think it would be that.
It's something for the next Karate Kid. Maybe it's like, you know what it's going to be? It's some kind of like secret scroll of some kind of secret maneuver. It's like how to do the crane kick.
No, they did that. No, they already did that.
So what could be down there?
Just repeat that. No.
What about a literal body? They buried somebody.
We need to crank this up to 11.
They discover literal hidden bodies.
They discover cocaine.
That would really complete the 80s.
Oh, Daniel-san, I had a really, really good time.
I'm on drugs again.
The secret to inner peace and balance is drugs.
Crack cocaine.
That would complete the 80s vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit of cocaine.
It really would.
Joking aside, though, let's get back to the family-friendly nature of Cobra Kai. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what's in the little hidey hole. I can't believe that he didn't discover it before then.
That is a good point. That dojo has been decimated over and over
so many times.
How would not anybody during the renovation see, hey, what's that over there?
It's been broken into. It's been destroyed. It's been rebuilt. It's been cleaned. And they're just discovering this trapdoor.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, right. What's that over there?
So I can't wait to see what's in there and why they never noticed it before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in 2 weeks, Cobra Kai season 6, the final season.
Yes, begins, but not all of the episodes, only 5 episodes so far. Okay, and one more thing to mention in the entertainment entree. We have a special announcement from Redbox.
I declare bankruptcy!
There you go. That's the official statement.
Yeah, unfortunately, Redbox has declared they've filed for bankruptcy. I didn't know this, that Redbox is owned by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment.
What, the book?
I think so. I don't know.
That's random.
That is super random. Maybe that's why they're going bankrupt.
Another statement from Chicken Soup.
Chicken Soup. That doesn't sound like Chicken Soup, but I must have missed that version. Chicken Soup for the get the F out of here.
They had enough of all this streaming stuff.
Do they still make those books? Did you ever read a Chicken Soup book?
No, I've seen them, but I've never.
I've read
'em.
one once. It was a book. It was like, yeah, it was fine.
Yes.
It was like, it had like wholesome, feel good stories. Like, you know, it's supposed to be chicken soup.
That was your feelings.
That was pretty much it. But that is how they must be feeling after declaring bankruptcy with Redbox. They were kind of like the last bastion of physical media rentals.
Yeah.
Really, there's only two revenue avenues left for that, and that's GameFly, which does games and movies, and like local libraries. But is the era of physical media rentals just completely dead? Like, I can't tell you the last time that I acquired a physical disc for a movie, other than when I bought The Room on DVD from Amazon because I was curious.
Yes. No, yeah, I think physical media is dead. It's
Like,
a shame.
How would you even play a movie right now?
My PlayStations.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would play a DVD.
Literally the other day I was like, oh, let's like watch this, you know, The Room. It was The Room. I was like, and then I was like, oh, wait, how do I do this? I was like, we don't own a DVD player or a Blu-ray player. I had to hook up the PlayStation 4 again.
Yep.
And play it on there. Isn't that wild to think about, though?
No, yeah, streaming really is just taking over.
You know what I don't like, though, is I don't mind the fact that physical media rentals are no longer a thing. What I do mind, though, is I don't know if you've seen this weird trend where you can rent like fairly new movies for like $25. Like if you go on certain streaming platforms, you can buy it for $30 or rent it for $25. And I'm like, that bothers me. I'm waiting for the moment where across the board the industry, because it's pretty much standard, it's like anywhere from like $3 to $6 to rent a movie,
depending on the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I saw a few that were like 25, and I'm like,
well, isn't it because like they're still in the movie theater or something like that?
Technically, I guess they're still in theaters. They were like more limited release, so it was hard to find them in places. But I guess technically they're still in their theatrical window.
Yeah, so I kind of get that logic behind that.
I still don't like it though.
Yeah,
it bugs me. It bugs me because it's clearly pushing people to the buy option. Because you can see what they're doing. They're like, let's price the rental at $25 so that when people see the buy price of $30, they'll be like,
it's only $5 more.
Well, it's an extra $5 to actually own it.
Yep.
It bugs me. I feel like I'm more and more being trapped into engaging with media in a way that I don't want to.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you might need to sail the high seas then.
Sail the high seas. I might need to. I might need, which is a shame because I'd like to support the creatives and the artists behind it, but the big corporations behind them are making it tough to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a breaking point at some point when it comes to all this streaming stuff. You can only push people so far, and then they're going to turn to other means. Happened with music.
Yeah, that's true. Music. Well, now we all happily pay whatever Spotify asks.
But they keep it a pretty reasonable rate.
They just raised it again.
Yes, but
like twice in 6 months.
Yeah, but at least only $1. What was Netflix?
Well, my family plan went up $3. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm on the solo plan. What's
the solo?
Yeah. What's didn't Netflix go up considerably?
I don't even know. Netflix when Netflix started, it was like $10 a month. It's something stupid like $47 billion a month now. Like I can't even keep track of their price hikes. It's like every other month they're increasing their prices.
Yeah. So at some point you're going to just push people too far, and they're going to go to other means.
When are you going to get cable back, Rich?
As long as I can watch the Eagles, I don't need cable.
Yeah.
The only thing I need live TV for is for sports.
It's sports. Yeah.
That's it. And that's also starting to get shoved through the window too.
Yeah.
Because all these streaming services are trying to get into live events.
Yep.
Netflix bought Monday Night Raw 2025. They're going to host Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and on Amazon Prime you can already watch Thursday Night Football.
Also, they announced it's going to be uncensored. I don't know what that entails.
Is it normally censored?
I mean, it's wrestling. I don't know what.
Isn't it for children?
Yes. So I don't know what does that entail. I don't know. Maybe just they're allowed to curse. Maybe I don't know. I would imagine it can't be nudity.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird. Yeah.
If somebody comes out and they just strip naked.
Yeah. Although Vince McMahon did have people do that when it was under his. Yeah. They really cannot go down that path.
No, they can't. That's a bad look.
So I don't know what.
Is it just gonna be cursing? Maybe it is just cursing.
Yeah. Like I don't know what the advantages of being uncensored is going to be. They were touting that.
Wouldn't that be like awkward? It's for kids.
Yeah.
And to have these guys just start dropping F-bombs, I feel like it would feel forced and awkward.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I don't know what exactly the benefits of that
Their whole shtick is being larger than life, and like their insults are larger than life. Like it's, what's his name? The guy you always play saying crazy things like, I'm going to take your girlfriend home and say Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Ric Flair. Yeah, good old Ric Flair.
If he says something like openly obscene, it loses the punch.
Which, by the way, since we're talking about Ric Flair randomly, this clip turned 25 years old, if I remember correctly. I think I sent it to you.
You did.
So here you go. Happy 25th anniversary to this insult.
Pal, I'm going to take your girlfriend home and make her say Mickey Mouse. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, now replace that with just open obscenity.
Yeah, it will have the same effect. I don't think so. Yeah.
No, it's going to be vulgar and odd.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was originally about physical media rentals, which are officially dead. Did you use Redbox at all?
When it first came onto the scene, yeah.
I feel like Redbox was never a great idea. Because, one, there was one outside the CVS. It just always looked gross to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if it was just that one location, but I was like, it just looked kind of grimy. But, like, aren't you at a large risk of, like, getting a case with, like, the movies just like a paper cutout? I see people did that a lot.
Yeah, people would steal DVDs.
Yeah, like isn't it like a super risky business venture just in general for Redbox and for consumers?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hope that people want it, but yeah, people do.
Man, people are the worst.
Yeah, count on people to ruin a good thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there you go. That's the lesson to learn with that news bulletin. But with that, we need to leave entertainment and go to our third and final portion of the show, the non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing!
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
Mandada bastata. I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! That'll be $4, baby! You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at meet tornado.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders. Go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo! Odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news here in this segment. Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing these stories for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. And I'm ready to get started. Rich, where are we heading to?
All right, so first off, it is a return to Florida, so there you go.
Now, who is this guy in Florida?
It's Florida, and they're crazy.
And it is from Superfan Chapek. He's back on the street.
Nice. Love it.
He's hitting the pavement for us, trying to find some odd news topics to discuss. So, sausage shout out to Superfan Chapek for this one. Sausage! Appropriate on 4th of July, too.
I was going to say, that's very appropriate.
That's how you get the sausage shout out. If you send us a topic to talk about and we do it, we'll give you the sausage shout out. So, make sure to send those requests in. But anyway, for odd news, this is a real story that happened. A homeless Florida man who was wearing women's clothes said that he wanted to, quote, kill everyone as he drove a vehicle through a jail, authorities said on Tuesday. So yeah,
wow,
ready to go.
Right. A lot is happening here.
No, I'm gonna f***ing kill you, motherfucker, old style.
So he drove the vehicle like what? He like crashed through like what? The wall?
The entrance.
The entrance?
The entrance to the jail.
Wow.
Just here we go.
So was he trying to set them free, or was he trying to get in there to kill them?
Well, he says kill, but let me get more into the story here.
Yeah.
40-year-old Joseph Leedy drove a car through the front doors of Martin County Jail lobby on Tuesday night. So yeah, just full blown right through the front,
straight through. That's the best way to do it.
After the crash, Leedy got out of the car, and he was shown to be only wearing a female blouse and no pants.
Well, it was very erotic. Yes, indeed. It was erotic.
Something just came over me, and I took my clothes off.
Yes.
He's just tops, no bottoms.
Yep. I have, by the way, actually for this part, I do have a photo of this. So if if you're on the video feed, there you go. He's got this. He's got a
wow. That car fits perfectly in that double door. No, that's really impressive. Either that's a really big door or that's a very narrow car.
It looks. What is it? Just a Toyota?
Yeah, it looks like that. Toyota, you can fit our car through a door.
That should be the new tagline.
That is. Also, it's not a very flattering dress.
No, it's not. He could have done better. He could have picked out.
Is he wearing a hat? What is happening?
It's definitely a wig or something.
Also, he's got like one. What do they call it? A cold shoulder.
Yeah.
Is that what they call? Is it ripped or is it coming off?
I think it's coming off.
Oh,
he
okay.
was in an accident, by the way, in that mugshot. So
I guess that's
he probably
true,
sustained some injuries. He literally drove through the front door.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of like what you said, it does kind of fit neatly in the front door.
It does, right?
That's a good point. Good job, Toyota.
That's weird. So now everybody out there, if you're driving a Toyota, you could probably squeeze it in through a double door.
Yeah, if you had to.
If you had to. I don't know why you would want to, but if you had to.
If you want to park your Toyota in the living room, you probably can make it.
Look, when all the other parking spots are taken up and you were to be close to the entrance.
Yeah.
You can't get any closer than that.
Okay, so his Toyota ripped the doors off. After the crash, Leedy also poured motor oil on the floor and said he was going to light this place on fire.
Oh my God.
He's going to light this damn place on fire.
If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place.
There you go. He continued to make homicidal statements about the jail and police officers.
But nobody's doing anything at this point.
At this point, he is so crazy and just so out of left
They're just
field.
letting him go?
They're probably just like, let him go. Like, let's see if he tires himself out.
He's
like,
he's gonna tucker himself out. Oh, poor little guy.
If you guys, I don't know, this story reminds me of the episode of South Park where Mel Gibson goes crazy. Like, just let him just bounce off the walls. Let him go crazy. Let him tire himself out. You know.
I mean, odds are in the odd news, if you let somebody go long enough, they'll eventually tucker themselves out.
I think that's what they're
collapse.
hoping for.
The drugs or the alcohol will wear off, and yeah.
Yep. So in addition to no pants, he also had rubber snakes on him and he threw them, saying that they will also kill everyone.
There was a bit of a nastiness last night, yes? Some very extreme nastiness, yes? Yes.
Where exactly did he keep these rubber snakes? That's a little weird.
Yeah,
He has no
right?
pants on.
He has no pants on, so he's keeping them in the one and only pocket he has left.
I don't know, but it just seems a little weird.
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah, I don't know where he's storing those.
What I want to know is, like, this was at night, right?
Yes, Tuesday night.
That was a wild night out that he planned, because first he put on half of a woman's outfit.
Yes.
Then he grabbed his motor oil and a handful of rubber snakes. It's like the most random things to grab before you're, like, why those things?
I guess he thought that was going to be the best way to kill people at the jail. I don't know.
So do you think that whatever he was on, he's like, I got to kill people. Let me grab my motor oil and my snakes.
Yes, they're going to do the most damage.
Sure. Sure, I guess.
All right. Well, eventually, that's when deputies and fire rescue personnel got, or more deputies and fire rescue personnel got on the scene, and they were eventually able to subdue this Mr. Leedy.
It was the snakes that did it.
Yeah, that was the final straw.
That was
God.
The car, the motor oil, the verbal threats, but those rubber snakes, nope. That's where we draw.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, we're not dealing with snakes.
Like, no, we don't like snakes here. This is Florida. We got enough real snakes to deal with.
Yeah, we can't even play around with these.
Yeah, no.
Nuh-uh. So, according to cops, the crash caused thousands of dollars worth of damage to the building. The car made it halfway into the building.
We saw.
Luckily, no one was standing in the lobby at the time, so no one was injured. So, thank God for that.
That is good.
Nobody was hurt in this. Leedy was restrained and taken to a mental hospital for further evaluation.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But he has been charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer and criminal mischief over $1,000. So he will be getting some sort of legal action.
Definitely
for this.
criminal mischief.
Yes. But just, wow. Yeah, like you said, he really had, I guess, in his head, things planned out.
I guess. I don't know.
Car keys, motor oil, and rubber
He forgot
snakes.
his pants, though.
I don't need pants.
I don't need pants to murder.
What are you talking about? I can handle this.
I guess technically you don't need pants to murder.
Oh my gosh, speaking of, that's exclusive audio too. There you go. It's actual audio from the crime scene.
Amazing. Amazing. They sent it to you that quickly.
Our research team is hard at work.
They really are.
Yeah, there
That's
you
impressive.
go. We're getting exclusive clips and quotes. There you go.
Straight from the source.
Straight from the source there. But there you go. I don't know what his actual reasonings were for the women's blouse, no pants, car crash, motor oil, and rubber snakes.
The rubber snakes is what does it.
You
could make, I guess, somewhat of the case that like you'd have like motor oil like in the car, I guess. But the rubber snakes, that I don't get.
Yeah, but
and where did he keep them?
Yeah, it doesn't look like that shirt has that blouse has pockets.
No, and women's clothes none of them have any pockets. I don't know what they're doing.
So it can't be in the blouse, and he has no pants on. So there's only
one other place to put them.
Yeah,
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah. Hoo-ah!
So,
oh man,
there you go. True story there, and sent in from superfan Chapek.
Nice. Well, thank you for sending in the story.
Yes.
Good old Florida.
Yeah, Florida making a return too, because we haven't heard from them in a while.
No, they've been quiet. Weirdly.
Well, there you go. When they're quiet, they're cooking up something for us.
Oh, they're always cooking.
little down south cooking.
Yep. Like a little chef down there cooking away.
Yeah, just cooking up some odd news for us. All right, but on that note, I think it is time to wrap this up. It's time to get to all the 4th of July festivities and enjoy the holiday weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in and supporting our little show. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on social media, on Facebook, X, and Instagram. But most importantly, make sure you have a way to get our podcast sent to you every week. 2 main ways to do that. First one is right on YouTube. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, and you will get the episodes sent to you whenever they come out during the week. So you will always have a consistent flow of the podcast. Second main way is on Spotify. We put the video podcast up on Spotify, but you can also put Spotify on in the background and listen to us as an audio-only podcast. And using Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you can take us on the go with you. You can listen to us through your speakers. If you're going to crash through a jail, you can listen to us as you're doing so. Or if you're just driving around for the holiday weekend, take us with you with Spotify using those apps.
It really is the perfect soundtrack for all of your odd news shenanigans over the 4th of July weekend. But if you need to get in touch with us individually to share your sports, entertainment, or odd news stories, you can find us on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. You can find us on Twitter, X, whatever the hell it's called now, whatever name they're going back and forth on. But yeah, make sure odd news goes to me so that Mikey doesn't see it, so we keep his reactions pure.
That's right.
So yeah, if you send us a topic like Superfan Chapek did, we can give you a sausage shout out on the show, and we will do it. We'll give you a nice plug, and it could be for anything: sports, entertainment, odd news. But odd news, make sure it goes to me so Mikey doesn't see it. But for now, we got to start wrapping this up. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. All right, I think that will do it. We got to head off to our holiday weekends and enjoy some hot dogs and hamburgers.
That's right.
All right, but for now, that'll do it. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.